Hello, YouTube. It's Tim again. It's been a couple weeks since I've been on YouTube and gotten a few things through the mail here recently that I've picked up and I'd like to share them with you. So I will start out with this 2017 Topps Archives Chris Sabo, and it's out of 66, and Chris has signed this. Um, back in 1989, I believe. Um, Chris Sabo kind of broke into the league and he lit it up. He and Mark Grace were just going crazy. And it was a very close race for Rookie of the Year. And I just loved Chris's hustle and the way he approached playing baseball. I think Mark Grace ended up having a better career than Chris Sabo, but Chris was a very good player and he played with a lot of passion. And so it was kind of nice to pick up his autograph, and it's not a very expensive card, but it's somebody that I followed back in high school, and so I kind of picked that up. Next thing that I picked up is growing up as a kid, we lived up towards Cincinnati when I was real young, but it was the late 70s and big record machine was in full effect, and I was a huge Pete Rose fan, and so I picked up a few Pete Rose cards. This first one is this 89 Classic. It's in a Gem Mint 10. Again, not a very expensive card. Classic, they put out a board game, sort of like a trivia game type thing. They had the regular version. They also had a travel version. And so there's some cards out there from the late 80s in in those sets. And that Pete Rose was fairly cheap. I got less than what it cost to grade the card. So in Gem Mint 10, I thought that was a pretty nice pickup. Next thing that I got was this 1978 Pete Rose. It's in a PSA 7. And again, huge Pete Rose fan. Nope, yep, upside down there. Sorry about that. Huge Pete Rose fan. What do you say? All-time hit king. Yeah, he did some crummy stuff with the betting on baseball and everything, but as far as his skill level goes, he was a great player and he played with a lot of passion, and so that was something that I enjoy, and I still enjoy when people show passion in what they're doing. It's enjoyable watching them. So people like Tiger Woods or Michael Jordan or Pete Rose that bring a lot of passion to the game, even Tom Brady. You can see it in how they approach the game. And so those are the types of players that I like to watch because they give it their all, and they give it their all the time. So, got a few football cards that I picked up here. This is 1999 Sports Illustrated Greats of the Game Bob Lilly autograph. In '99, Fleer put out this set, and I think you can get these cards either autographed or not autographed. They did football players and they did baseball players. They may have done some other sports. I've shown this Danny White card in the past, but it's a nice little set, and generally the autographs are not that expensive to pick up. And Bob Lilly was a giant of the game back in the late 60s, early 70s. He sort of anchored that Dallas defense. So pick that up, and again, not an expensive card, but a card that I can appreciate. The next two cards are football cards as well, and I picked up these Don Meredith cards. This first one is a 69 Topps, and Don Meredith was, I want to say he was the second quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and he didn't play for a long time for Dallas, but he was a really good quarterback, and he started to take them on to have some initial success. He was the quarterback during the Ice Bowl, and he lost that game, but he did quarterback that game. After his NFL career, a lot of people remember him because he was sportscaster on Monday Night Football, famous for saying, "Turn out the lights, the party's over," and he would sing that. And so again, he was quarterback a little before his time because I mean back in the '60s, I mean football teams focused on running the ball, and Tom Landry and that offense there, they kind of took a different approach and there was more balance. And Don Meredith was a very good quarterback. I picked up this 1966 Philadelphia, a PSA 5. Again, this car was almost I got for almost as much as the guy paid to get it graded. I don't know much about Philadelphia, that brand, but a 66 Don Meredith, I couldn't really pass on that, so I picked that up. So that's what I've got in the last couple of weeks. I hope you've enjoyed the cards that I've shown. If you've got any questions or comments, please leave them below, and I will talk to you later.